Hello and welcome. Welcome to a song. No, the Children of the Song. There's a bit of a
It's a
clue
good start as always.
there. So we're starting a new chapter in the Mercy of the Icons campaign. And in fact, we are starting the first movement of the Cyclade Dance. And this is an adventure created by me, drawing on certain elements of the last Cyclade book. We have our two regulars, Tony and Dave. I'll get them to introduce themselves shortly. And we've got three guest stars just down here. I'll get them to introduce themselves as well. So let's do that. Straight on to introductions. I'm Matthew, by the way, and I'm the GM, the best GM. Don't you let anybody say anything different.
Oh,
Dave,
you're not wearing the t-shirt.
I'm not wearing the t-shirt yet, no. But Dave, I see you're not wearing the t-shirt either.
No, I'm not, but I don't need a t-shirt to prove to myself I'm the best GM because I just am the best GM. So I'm Dave. I'm the Effect co-host, and I am playing Oceantis Partha, who's been involved from the very start, has almost died once. And I am I'm the partner of Yakub in our investigations business, and I own the ship Nijara, which currently is not in my possession at the moment.
Gonna have to think of a new name for that. Tony.
I'm Tony. My character is Jakub Nassar, partner of Ocean in the detective business. Also been in from the start. Have also almost died once on the way, but still ploughing on despite all the crap that's happened over the last few months.
Excellent. So you're becoming, shall we say, hard bitten.
Even more hard bitten. I think I started out quite hard bitten.
But now you're world weary as well as hard bitten.
Hard Britain. So we're like, so I started out not very hard bitten, and I've become quite hard bitten. In fact, very hard. I've become very hard bitten.
Well, I think if we're going to just to clarify, I actually started out as world weary. That's actually what it says on my character sheet. World weary as my appearance, and I think I've probably become even more world weary and hard bitten as we've gone along.
Excellent. And we also have a returning guest star down here, and you are Havima. Jonathan.
Hello, I'm Jonathan. I am a patron of the Effect podcast. I do stuff with London RPG community. You can look them up. I'm playing Havima, a returning character who almost died as well in the short time that he was playing in Emissary Lost. He almost died several times, but he has come back. Yes.
And just down here, we've got a new player and a new player of Coriolis as well. So, Will, introduce yourself.
I'm Will. I love Free League, but haven't played Coriolis yet. And I'm playing the Prophet of Abraham.
Excellent.
Has no other name for some reason. He
We'll find out
religious reasons
more about him as we play. And over here, down here, we've got Soka. Thomas, will you introduce yourself?
Yes. So I'm Thomas, also a patron of the Effect podcast and big fan of Free League. I've GM Coriolis. I've never played it. I played it once, actually. Sorry. I played with Millie. And I'm playing a Skavaran scum, like all Skavaran are. And I have a very long name, but it's mostly punctuated with sense, so humans don't get it. So I just say Sokar because it's all they can understand.
Am I loud enough now, David?
Oh, yes, that's good.
That's a bit better, thank you.
Okay.
I just don't want our viewers to miss out on hearing anything that you, the second best GM, says whilst we're going through this scenario.
Very well. Okay. Now, where were we? Oh, right. Yes. Where were we? That's a good place to start. I'm going to take Soka off stage for a while because he is not here. Give me a moment. How do I do that? I can't remember how I take it off stage. There we go. He's gone. The rest of you are though, and you are all travelling on the Waziri shuttle that is taking your new patron, or rather the representative of your new patron, Faida Dinhrama, to her vessel. But on the way, she's taking you guys to Coriolis. And she's giving you a bit of a briefing. Now, Yakub and Ocean, you know Havima quite well, but you've not yet met the Prophet of Abraham. Do you have any questions for him?
Yes, sorry, who are you?
Yeah.
Have you met? Indeed, Prophet, that's an unusual name.
Yeah. Gave up my name in the service of the Lord. I'm just a messenger for his. The messenger. Yeah, the messenger. I'm just a just a humble servant of the icon.
Very well.
Okay, and what are you doing here?
I'm spreading the word. It's I go on the path that's laid before me, and all things will become clear in His name.
Okay.
And at this point, he's pontificating and.
So, introductions having been made, says Faida Dinhrama. Can I explain what the situation is on Coriolis?
Please do.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. I guess then. Where's my ship for starters?
Yes, well, of course. Your ship is. Give me a moment. I've just lost my stuff. Where's my stuff gone? Here she is. There we go. I'll put her up in my place. We have some good news about your ship. As you will be aware, it was in the hands of the Foundation on Debaran, where you were rescued in the last cyclade. But we understand that they have moved it to the net here in Coriolis. The net is a sort of big distributed spaceport made out of, think of it as like long pontoons and but not pontoons otherwise because you'd die, but long tunnels made out of old spaceship parts that sort of extend out from the main body of Coriolis station, and starships hook themselves onto it. Yes, we understand it is now at the net. We think the plan was for them to surprise you with that at the Cyclade dance and give you good news in an attempt to get you to join the consortium faction. You wisely, of course, joined our faction, and my informants told me that it has been officially claimed as salvage and impounded effectively on the net. However, we have means to help you get it back. If you can do a certain task for us.
Mm-hmm.
And that task...
aren't we employed to do tasks for you anyway?
Indeed. So this...
Yeah, is that kind of our job now that you're paying us 25,000 a month for?
Yes. Well, this one comes with a bonus, and the bonus will be a new and clean transponder unit. You can reprogram and give your ship a new name, and then take it away out from under the Foundation's noses. They will own Najira. They have full legal rights to it, but they will not be able to find Najira if you replace this transponder unit. So, in return, though, for that and for your excessive salary,
Very reasonable.
sorry,
salary.
generous. I meant to say generous, not excessive. Forgive me. We wish you to investigate a growing movement on Coriolis. You'll be aware, you were connected, were you not, with these victims of the Mystic's disease that were going missing, persecuted by the Zalosian order of the Martyr. With that threat removed, with no small thanks to you, I understand, the Mystics are gathering more openly, organising themselves, and they do pose a possible threat to internal security. We'd like you to identify 3 individuals known as the 3 Prophets, who are said to be leaders of this new cult, the Children of the Song. Assess their intentions and ascertain whether they might be usefully controlled enough to be used safely against Dargossian, the governor of Coriolis Station. You'll be aware that my superiors feel that Dargossian has proved himself ineffectual in governing Coriolis and are planning to have him replaced in the upcoming elections.
Okay.
Then, when you have that intelligence and you have liberated your vessel, you will bring your vessel to the Hegemony Naval Base in the system of Almedo, where I will be waiting with your next mission.
Okay.
And although I'm not asking this as an instruction, if maybe one of the 3 prophets can be persuaded to join you on the voyage, they will be warmly welcomed. And safely, I assure you.
When you say
Safely.
persuaded, what do you have any kind of limitations about what method of persuasion we might use to bring them along?
I use the word persuasion advisedly. I think you might be thinking I use it as
A euphemism.
A euphemism
a
for
euphemism for kidnap.
yeah.
It's not the case at all. We, in the Zenithian hegemony, have a great deal of respect for the rule of law, even in such secret organizations as you might have heard. And she looks pointedly at Havima and the Prophet.
You are asking us to offer a carrot and not a stick.
It's very well worded, yes. I mean, I think there are 2 parts of this particular request. You may decide that my time would be wasted talking to any of the 3 prophets. If you so decide, then simply report that to me. If you feel they might be usefully persuaded, and that persuasion might be helped by meeting one such as I, then by all means invite them to Almedo.
If they prove to be entirely opposed to everything you stand for,
Then report that as well.
you don't want that dealing with then.
It sort of depends on your assessment of the urgency. I am headed for Almedo. You will not have time, I imagine, if it is urgent that something be done, to check with me, given the speed of communication through portal gates. I don't imagine you'll have time to check with me. I trust you as heroes of the horizon to make the decision that is best for the horizon. But I also warn you that as well-known citizens of Coriolis, if you are caught doing anything illegal, we will, of course, deny all association with you.
Yeah, naturally.
Fair enough.
Now, I have arranged for some accommodation for you. My family have an apartment in the estates on the level of the spire known as Luna. And she hands over some sort of key tags and an address. It is a modest apartment, but I think you will find it comfortable. Is there anything else you require before we dock at the Neoptra?
So, having arrived in the hospital, I guess with nothing but my open-backed gown, have we had a chance to re-equip ourselves at all?
No, you haven't. I mean, you've got the fancy clothes that were organised for you for the party, but no, I imagine you're in fact still wearing those. You haven't.
So have
been
we
to
not
the
got any
shops.
weapons or anything?
I picked up that gun that what's the name had. I got the
Yes,
accelerated pistol.
You might have that, but
Otherwise,
are
we'll
you
have to.
licensed for weapons?
Yes.
My character sheet still has the Vulcan carbine from the end of the
Oh,
last time.
you're entire. You've got whatever you want. These guys, these guys went through a very difficult portal transport and woke up in hospital. So,
But no, we're
they
working for the
have their open-backed gowns.
estimate. Are they not providing any kit, any weapons for us?
Any
I just
gear? Any...
asked, is there anything else you need?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
okay. Let me
Catalog.
start. Okay.
Get the Argos catalogue out. Turn to the weapons page.
I'll have all of them. So I need a Dial 3 carbine.
You'll need a what?
A Dial 3 carbine. It's a licensed weapon. I'm licensed to carry one.
Let's just see what we in the hegemony feel is appropriate weapons.
Just a Vulcan carbine will do for me, and a knife. If you got one with homing ammo, I'll take some homing ammo. I found that very useful in the past.
Yeah, I'll take a knife as well.
My aim is a bit shit.
I think homing ammo is illegal. I can provide you, though, with Vulcan carbines each and Vulcan crickets.
Okay, yeah, I'll take those.
Just a knife for me. Would I know anything about? We were talking about a carrot earlier. Potential carrots for this cult that we're going to be going up against, or any kind of like drugs or something used in religious ceremonies or anything like that. That would ingratiate myself to them.
I think we could give you some arash.
Okay.
A
So,
knife, a few, and Vulcan carbines and Vulcan crickets for the two of you.
With reloads, presumably.
Yes, of course, with reloads.
Yeah, I'd like to get a protective suit as well. Similar to the one that I had before.
Yeah, me too.
I can provide you with something subtle that'll go under your clothing, but that will be armor 2.
Better than nothing.
Do you two need such things as well? She looks at you, Havima, and Prophet.
So just to be clear, these guys are going to be working with us on this mission. Yes, that's why they're here.
I assumed so. Yes, I assumed they were with you.
Okay. Well, Havima, obviously, we've worked with before, and this Prophet, I'm not sure we've been from. We've had the pleasure of meeting him before, but
Don't believe I have. No, the icons will protect me. I'll be fine. And then, of course, when when he leaves or whatever, he's gonna give me some of that too. I need one.
What, the armor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes a big show of being not needing the protection and all that.
The icons protect those who protect themselves. That's what it is. That's all it is. The icons are protecting you. It's okay.
Havima kind of pads his chest under his gown, and you can hear like he's got some armor on underneath. He says, "I've worked with these two before. I feel like I have some expectation of what may happen."
Yeah, you've come back for more.
What can I say?
Very brave.
Magnetic personalities.
What do you want, Havima?
Very well. We shall be docking at the Neoptra in 15 minutes. I will take
have
my
we got?
leave of you now.
Well, before you go, any information where these prophets to be found?
I think that's your job, isn't it?
Well, Coriolis is a big place, you know.
Yes, and you are
Surely-
famous detectives. I have
And the Esteban is the prime intelligence agency of the entire horizon.
Who we are
Okay.
working for. So any intelligence you have to share with us would clearly make our efficiency in doing the detective job that we've been hired for, better.
Right, I should remind you, maybe, that the Esteban are able to give you that intelligence. Because while you are working for them, you have the talent Truth Seekers, which is on page 71 of the rulebook.
And did you clear up? That's presumably in addition to a friend in every port.
I cleared this up last session, before
Yeah, well,
last session. Yes, that is in addition to.
For those, this was my subtle way of making sure that any viewers who didn't watch the last session would understand what's going on.
Excellent, jolly good, jolly good.
But you blew it. You blew it. I did it.
No, that is my subtle way of just telling you that I'm the best GM, rather than you try to undermine me and make me look like the second best GM.
I wasn't trying to undermine you. I was trying to. Not this time, anyway.
So, yes, basically, they can give you. You can ask of me one clue per. No, it says per.
Per session for the group.
Yeah. And generally, of course, we count sessions as being per adventure. So you don't get one every week. You might get one every. You might get two in this adventure.
Well, we could just go and
So
down
you
the
can
street.
pay me a darkness point now, if you like, and I will give you a clue.
What
We could
is
go
the
and-
darkness pool at the moment?
I'm sorry, Havima, I missed that.
What's the darkness pool like at the moment?
Let me tell you about the darkness pool at the moment. I dropped it all over the floor, so.
So
Zero.
we're lost.
You might
lost.
want to
No,
You might
I
wanna
found
remove
it,
the,
and there are 8 darkness points.
8 darkness points. Okay.
Yeah, it was down to 0 at some point last week, but
It was.
but then they had a fight with the adjudicator, and 8 darkness points later.
What happened?
Well,
So
that
did we drop her off the balcony then? I can't remember.
She jumped off the balcony.
Oh yeah.
No, she didn't. She got picked up by the representative of the judge, if you remember.
that's
Oh
right.
no, you're right.
Yes,
She did.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
She tried to jump off, but I shot her to stop her.
Yes.
We were then thinking of pushing her
You're
off.
clever shooting people to save them from death.
Exactly. It's twice I've done that now.
3 times, I think. In different
In
universes.
different games, yeah. So yeah, she went off with the judge, or the representative of the judge.
Yes, not just the representative, but the son of the judge.
Oh, that was it. Yeah.
Introduced himself as Judge Judge Kurahan. No, Judge. Oh God, what was her name?
Dolfashra.
Nigella Dolfashra. That's it. Yeah.
Well remembered.
Nigeria or something.
Nigella
Yeah.
Dolfashra. Yes. So, do you want to spend a darkness point, and I'll give you a clue, or give you their intelligence?
No, I think we should pound the streets first. We could go back to the Crossroads College and see if anybody there has got information
Yeah.
as a starting point. Yeah, Havima and Prof, we've got some contacts already on Coriolis, of course, having worked as investigators there for a long time.
For years, yeah.
We have a friendly location called a Crossroads College. It's like a bit of a fraternity for low-life criminals, really, who run their criminal gangs from there. But the official reason is that they keep the shrines to the icons at the crossroads where the college is. They keep them spick and span and in good condition for people to pray to them.
They
But
also
actually-
run the protection racket for all the traders
It's a-
around there.
Yeah, it's but there actually is a cover for their rackets. Yeah.
Very good.
Okay,
can
so
go
you
there- go there
arrive
first, maybe.
at the Neoptra, which is on the ring. You're in the core, aren't you? Your Crossroads College.
We are, yes.
How long is it since we've been away then at Onkur?
Well, you've been away. Obviously, in terms of adventuring on Kua, on Coriolis, the last time we had an adventure on Coriolis was when Ocean almost died, and you guys then
Yeah.
took a flight down to Kua. But I imagine in the last Coriolis cycle, you have been back to Coriolis, but you've been away for a few segments, taking that voyage to the Baron that we started in Media Res at the beginning of this book of the campaign. So you've been away at least 3 segments, I would have thought, maybe longer. And a segment is a month.
Thought you'd know exactly, Matthew, if you'd been using your wonderful Coriolis calendar.
Well, actually, I do. Do you want me to look it up? Because I will. I'll look it up.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not.
It was the perfect opportunity for a plug for drive through.
It was. It was.
RPG. But
we
you
plugged
took
it quite
as
a
an
lot last
insult.
time. I didn't want to. We don't want to oversell. And Dave's
it as it is.
been selling his mirror and chain planetarium on every bit of social media that there was. By the way, we'll put a link in the show notes. Dave's mirror and chain planetarium.
I want to get to copper. That's what it is. It's stalled a little bit. Well, come on, people, buy it. It's great. Anyway, so in relation to the Crossroads College, where is this apartment we've been loaned?
Up in the spire.
Right. Okay.
Posh. The long,
Posh. Yeah. You visited the emissary's lakeside residence.
Yes.
It's not on that floor. It's on
But
a
it's in the
slightly more
spire,
urban
yeah.
floor than that, but it is in that neck of the woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
There are 3 such floors specifically tailored to Zenithian tastes. So generally a lighter atmosphere, drier, less moist. You'll find it cooler as well. The Prophet of Abraham, you may find it very comfortable.
Yeah, probably run into some familiar faces as well, right? I mean,
Maybe.
So, Prof, whilst we've got just before we dock, are you a prophet? Which icon are you a prophet for, or are you a prophet for all of them? And Abraham, as part of the iconography, where does he fit?
he starts kind of fumbling, and he's got a religious text that he pulls out and just starts kind of pulling phrases here and there. I'm basically talking out his ass. Art imitates life, I guess. He just strings together a barely coherent word salad. He has no clue what the hell he's talking about, but he looks the part.
Do you want to try and persuade Dave? Because he's easily persuadable. Do you want to see if you can... you want to roll manipulate Dave to see whether there's something... Go on. Go on.
PvP. PvP.
PvP manipulate skill.
So if I don't like it, I have to punch him.
You have to either punch him or jump out of an airlock.
Or accept that he's telling the truth.
This is a manipulate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manipulate.
For me, is it?
All right. 3 plus.
Okay.
William has got the noisiest dice tray in the world.
Yeah. Well, after the Kool-Aid disaster during the Alien game, I had to make some changes.
Yes.
Rest in peace, game screen. Okay.
No.
That is, no successes.
Okay,
Right.
I got one success.
Yeah, he's doing
So-
a lot of fumbling and stuff. You're not entirely sure that he really knows what he's talking about.
There's a lot of whiff coming off this, Prof. But fine, that's okay by me.
Excellent. So, where are you heading to? You got to go straight to the Crossroads College, or check out your new apartment. I should have said the guns were in the apartment, and then you'd have had to go there. But
There's an armory locker in the apartment. Yes.
well, I think there might be, but no. She gave you the guns on the ship. But if I ever write up the scenario, maybe they'll be in the apartment.
So is this apartment for Havima and the Prophet?
It'll be
Stay
big
as well?
enough. Her implication was that it was big enough. She may have mentioned to you that they'd thought about giving you the emissaries' apartments, given that it's empty at the moment. But that was relatively small.
Yeah. I'm quite happy not to go back there, frankly.
What time of day is it? Is it a lot of traffic, a lot of people out and about?
There's always a lot of people out and about on Coriolis Station.
Okay.
Have you been to Coriolis before, Prophet?
I don't think so. I don't know. Yes.
Have you, Havima?
Yes, he has been to Coriolis before. So the 3 or 4 watches he's somewhat familiar with, but he spent most of his career recently was spent on Kua, and then after the events of the last act of Emissary Lost, he went on a sort of spiritual awakening journey. Spent some time in Mirror, but kind of kept in touch with some of his contacts and has ended up catching up with you guys here.
So this is all relatively new to you. This will be the Novena of Grain in the segment of the Messenger, and it's probably about 3 days into the first Novena. So, Will, this is canon. This what I'm about to tell you, but each segment, which is like a month, is divided into days, into 9-day weeks that are called novenas, and after 4 novenas, there is what's called the Day of Settlement, where all debts are settled. There are some other festival days as well, but we'll introduce those to you later on.
This is so cool.
Mhm.
And this is mid-afternoon.
Okay.
So it's the third day of the third week of the third month.
No, this is the third day of the first novena of the first month. The Coriolis celebrations were the Cyclade celebrations are 4 days ago.
Okay.
So as we get closer to the ritzy part of the area, I think I'm going to get a little more nervous looking. Are we going to the are we going to the hotel or the apartment, or
I think.
don't you think we should just get to work?
Yeah, I think so. Jakub?
Yeah, I'll scrub it again. Check out the apartment first, but we can go straight to work if you like.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I can meet you there. You can go to the apartment. I need to pray anyway.
I'm sure we'll have a.
Okay, we could go to the apartment. I was going to say we could drop off our bags, but not actually carrying anything other than what I want to carry, frankly. So I don't have any bags.
You're open carrying a rifle.
It's probably in a bag over my shoulder, and I'm licensed to carry it.
Okay.
So I'm all right.
I'm not, so it's attached under my clothes. my flowing robes. Yeah, let's get to work. The apartment can wait.
It's probably worth going to check in at the Crossroads College, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then
I
we're
assume
back.
at the
What
crossroad, we go past the core to get to the spire, presumably coming in from the net.
Yes, you're coming in from the Neoptra, not the net.
Okay, but still, presumably we come into the core first.
Yes, yeah.
From the ring to the core, from the core to the spire, yeah.
Yeah.
We might as well go to the college whilst we're there, then, mightn't we? It's not far away.
Okay. So you guys walk through, or you probably get a tube from the ring to the college. Could briefly, well, if you look at the thumbnail for today's action, then that is the central tube station. And so you come down from the tube and walk through the core to your part of the city and to your college, where as you walk, are you walking in, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. Time to go and see old Decumio again and the boys.
Okay, Lucius de Cumario, and he's kind of behind the bar. Benny is doing the sweeping, and Lucius says, heroes of the horizon! I wondered whether we'd ever see you again. Welcome. And he comes out the bar with his apron, out from behind the bar, and he brings with him a cloth, and he wipes 2 of the bar stools clean of dust and says, Your Excellency, your thrones await.
I'm deliberately going to go and replace one of the clean ones with one of the dusty ones and sit on the dusty one.
I see. Fame has not changed you. It's good to see. And he gives you a welcoming hug. Things have changed hereabouts, though. I'm sure you've heard.
Well, we've heard some stuff, but tell us what you know. There may be stuff we haven't heard. Stuff that doesn't make it onto the bulletin.
A drink, first of all. A drink. And your friends. Introduce me to your friends.
Well, this is our good friend Havima from some parties we went to down in Kua. Had a great time, didn't we, Havima? That was a real blast.
Indeed, yes.
And this guy is a prophet. He's very, very devout. I wouldn't talk to him about it because he'll just blind you with iconography and yeah, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Prof, do you drink?
Yeah, of course I do.
Good. This round's on you then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right into that polished off seat. Kind of lift my feet up on the stool there. I'm guessing this place is kind of dirty. Yeah,
This is
whatever.
the seedier end of town. Yeah.
What are you guys drinking?
Well, I think just let's have a round for everybody on me and Yakub, just to say nice to be back. I was only joking, Prof. It's okay.
Yeah, I've got it.
Excellent. So Discipio says, serves you your drinks and then leans on the bar. Says, yes, things have changed. Our authority used to be with the Burbacils. If we needed to get heavy with anyone, they were the name that we invoked.
Yeah, Burbacils. Yeah, I've heard things went bad for them down on Kura.
Oh, you've heard it too, yes.
Yeah,
So,
sounds familiar somehow.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
they're concentrating on things elsewhere. So they've done a deal with. Have you heard of Zaria Labaki?
Have we heard of Zara Labaki?
Doesn't ring immediate bells.
No, I don't think you've come across Zaria before. She's Free League. She's one of the stevedores. But she's from the Night Hands. You know those guys that came in to beat you up crikey, it was a couple of cycles ago.
Yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, vaguely rings a bell.
Yeah. They're her boys. No big deal. It's not a threat. They've done a deal with the Burbacils. So now they provide, shall we say, ultimate authority, this neck of the woods.
Okay. How's that doing for your business then?
Absolutely fine. To be frank, they're easy to get along with.
Okay, cool, good.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're coming to beat up my customers. But since you've been gone, there've been a lot fewer people coming in to beat you up. So, it's win-win for me.
Well, would you like us to leave then?
No. Well, your rooms await. Your opulent rooms. And in fact, you had that that woman staying, the singer.
Oh yeah, the friend of.
Oh yeah,
friend of Nora's.
She left segments ago. But I've got her bill if you want to settle it.
But you said it's
about 25,000 burr.
Well, good luck in finding her then.
25,000? What were you?
No. He slides across a bill, properly itemised. It's about 300 burr.
Wow, that's
What was her
amazing.
name? What was her name? Althea, wasn't it?
Althea.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so long ago. I've forgot she existed, frankly. Yes, I guess we'll pay that.
Will we? Will we?
Yeah.
Okay.
You had
She was a friend of Nair.
She was a friend of yours. She
300.
was
Yeah, pay the
looking
man.
for refuge from the. She was looking for refuge from the order, the Zelosian Order of the Martyrs, because she was a mystic.
And you haven't seen her. Well, obviously she slipped out knowing she had a 300 bird bill to pay.
Yes, no, not paying a bill.
Charming. Some friendly yours she was, Tony. So yeah, hurry up and pay the bill. Yakub, well done.
I will pay the bill. Don't worry.
Jolly good. I'm just realising poor old
Thomas.
Poor old Thomas is here. You haven't gone to see him yet.
Well, maybe he's here.
Oh.
Ah.
Hey.
Thomas,
go to a
apparently you're in the Crossroads
college.
Crossroads College.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Your other friend, the friend of that Scavara you brought up here, segment ago.
Yeah. What was it in? Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. How's she getting on?
It's the noise I make when I stand on a piece of Lego.
So this is.
Soccer. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. So do you? Yeah. Soccer. Did you say? Did you
Soccer.
know?
Yes. Going. Yes. Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
We were. She was.
Oh, no, I know who
She was a friend of ours. Yes. We
In
helped.
case
We
anyone's
helped.
wondering, I will be modeling my entire character on the seven brothers from Babylon 5. So soccer, you're not soccer.
Yes. I'm Yakub. Ocean.
I'm Ocean.
Oh,
Havima and Poff.
good
We've
name.
apparently taken
Good
to
name.
calling him.
He Sokar puts his nose closer to the prof, thinking that maybe there's more there. Okay. All set. Me. Help.
Where is all? Oh, no.
Oh, she living it up.
Oh, good. Glad to hear she's enjoying herself.
Yes. One
I
day.
think all is kind of, as Soccer may explain, the leadership of Scavara communities here on Coriolis and indeed in the rest of the world, well, rest of the horizon, is kind of changeable. But Owl always seems to end up on top, wherever she is. And she's done pretty well since you got her past Queen Anelda from the lower depths of the basement up until she still stays pretty much in the upper levels of the basement. But
Of the cellar, yeah.
she's running a successful market there, building a strong community. Lots of Scavara and quite a lot of down and outs are shifting to her. I reckon Queen Anelda probably still wants to kill her. But yeah, she's doing quite well.
And
Yes. Great trader.
and what help has she sent you here to give us, Soka?
Me not noticed. No one know who I am. Very hard to see. Like all other Scavara. How many Scavara you know name of? Yes? How many?
Well,
One.
that's two now. Two now.
Exactly. How many live in station? Exactly.
3.
Yeah.
By the way, at this point, there's a pungent smell of onions and possibly a bit of clove, but most of it's just horrible.
Is this your shampoo, Soka? Onion and
what?
clove shampoo.
No, what? I'm very excited.
Shampoo washing? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Okay.
And he's adorned with all these colourful little bits of broken glass attached to copper wire hanging on his clothes, which is a old Jambia. So he's got this sort of broken old Jambia. It looks really dirty and disgusting. And then hanging on it is this whole sort of, I've called it a melee because it's clashing and garish of copper wires and broken pieces of glass and other things that reflect light.
Shiny.
Is this your attempt to get seen, Soka? All this shiny clothing.
Oh, no. Yeah. Females like it.
Okay. Moving
I like
swiftly
it.
on.
I like him a lot.
Okay. Well,
All said, anything you need, I here to give you. Well, not anything, but you know. In the box.
have we introduced you to Havima? He seems taken with you somewhat.
No.
Okay. Well, we do actually have a job to do here. Maybe Solka, you might know, but if not, Mario, you might know. These mystics who are now coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, these three prophet chaps.
And they're three prophets. What do we know about them? And where? Do you know where they hang out? What they're doing?
What type of skill roll would it be, Matt?
That's interesting. What sort of skills have you got, Soccer, if he's asking you?
I've got a little bit of culture.
Yeah, I reckon it's a culture roll.
Yeah, that's what I figured as
I
well.
am asking Mario as well.
Yeah, but he's only an NPC, so he's not going to help you. Not when there's a PC that can do the job for you.
One success on 4 dice.
One success. So you probably...
Oh. Have we just lost our second best DM?
That's such a shocking roll.
He's just up and left.
So this is quite entertaining because it was just like in the murder films where they says yes, and the killer is.
Meanwhile,
right, I'm back.
Right.
I'm back. I have no idea. I turned on my iPad, and I'm turning it on again, and nothing's happening this time. But last time it blanked me out.
It did. So we filled in expertly for you. It's okay, Matt.
Yeah, we've solved the mystery and everything, so it's we can move on.
What I was saying to you, Soccer, is that the Skavara probably have different names for all of the places on the vessel, on the station, but I think you will be aware that the entertainment district, known as the Mulukhad, is where a lot of the children of the song have been hanging out. And yeah, you know quite a lot about them because they, like you, are often not seen or try not to be seen by the more civilized parts of the population.
What are they doing at the Mulukhad? Are they just gathering there, or are they? Because I guess that's if you're becoming known for gathering in one place, it's not a very good way of staying under the radar, is it? I guess.
No, they're not. They're not. They spent a cycle under the radar when they were being kidnapped and murdered by the Zolossians. Now they're feeling braver and coming out and being more apparent, but because a lot of them have been effectively having to live entirely under the radar, their living is very much like beggars and tramps and the like, but
Like
they
a
are getting
Skabara.
braver and and congregating in groups more, and particularly in the Mulukhad.
Okay.
So these are the
very shiny place. Very silly. Stay hidden.
I guess it's quite hard for us to stay hidden because I assume, Prof, are you wearing, obviously, obviously priestly robes and stuff.
I am, yeah, Casula or Casula.
Me and Yakub are heroes of the Third
We're
Horizon.
heroes of the Third Horizon, yeah. So very easily recognisable.
Is the sorry, Will, is the prophet, is he wearing, is it Church of the Icons garb? Is it the Losian garb? Is it more Zenithian church? I don't what is
I'm learning what the setting is as we go here, so I'm just going to make it up as I go
think
along.
if you would recognize him, Havima, as a fellow Zenithian hegemonist.
okay, cool.
So not Church of the Icons per se.
Sure.
And the Zenithians adapt to the to the icons in different sorts of ways. So, kind of mostly atheists in the Foundation. Yeah, but you don't particularly reckon these robes don't look like any of the established churches that you're aware of.
Okay, cool.
Do they look like they've just come from some costume shop somewhere?
No, they look wealthy, and they do look like a preacher.
Okay.
How new does it all look, Will?
Well, it's probably not brand new, but it's super high quality, and I'm constantly sitting there and just pulling my sleeve down so that it's at the right length, and you can tell I probably iron or whatever the equivalent of that is. It's preoccupied constantly with appearance and giving off the image of being put together. So it's not brand new, but it's been well maintained, I suppose.
Is there a little cut, about this long in the back between the shoulder blades, where Will killed the person who really owned this and then took it for himself? I wonder.
No, I think he really owned it.
We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It is his. It fits, I think, reasonably well.
I have soft hands too, not much hard labor.
Well, we have a marketplace we can check out. I think it would also be wise to perhaps check out some of the more backstage areas of Coriolis. Perhaps we should check in at Stevedore Central back at Neoptra.
Yeah, Althea had some contacts. You remember Yakub at Stevedore Central?
Yeah, somebody we spoke to there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Back in the day.
What was the name of the new kind of boss of the Night Hands, who's kind of in charge of the service? It's something Labaki.
Yeah, Kalia Labaki. What have I done with the book? You keep asking me these things, and I keep forgetting them.
I need to get hold of a nondescript and not too flashy. What do I want? A kaftan or something to go over so I don't look too.
Yeah,
flash
you're
in
looking
my
quite
expensive
wealthy
clothes.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Zaria Labaki, Zahria, and Labaki, Labaki.
That's not a name we've heard before, then.
Apart from hearing it from
Yeah.
Deku Mario about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
we should swap out our posh clothes for something a bit more appropriate for our normal.
Yeah.
Well,
Sure, we
if
would
you're
have
looking for
clothes.
cheap clothes, then this is the street.
Well, we would not have some clothes in our rooms here.
Oh,
in
you
the
may
college.
have. I wish Deku Mario had said, "Oh, I gave them all to the local charity shop," but but no.
But we'll
the-
go around the local
Well,
in the expectation that you would
They were
eventually
worth
return to pay your
300
bill.
there.
You have got some of your old clothes here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get a white kaftan to go over my stuff.
Your white and gold kaftan that you had, I think it was, wasn't it?
Anything with
Yeah. That was the one that Havima got me for the party, I think, wasn't it?
No.
Sorry.
That was one you got dressed up in by the bulletin for your stage appearances. Heroes.
Oh yeah, no,
Horizon.
not that one. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
white is the colour of the Lady of Tears after all, and she is my icon. But yes, let's mess ourselves up a little bit. What do you reckon then, guys? Should we go to the Mullicad and see what we can find?
Let's go and check it out. See what's happening. Yeah.
Need to buy pet.
You need to buy a pet.
Pet. And the Scavara goes out onto the street because this is an open market, right? Like there's like people selling random stuff all up and down the street.
What about this particular street? Since it's your Crossroads College, Dave, what is this street like? When there aren't people getting shot on it?
It probably is a bit like that. I guess it's going to be something like, Peckham High Street at 9:30 on a Saturday morning or something. So it's probably it's not got permanent stalls, but I expect it's got a few stalls around and a few businesses. Quite a lot of people. There'll be a fountain in the middle of the crossroads that, like a drinking fountain and things.
I just need a shop that's selling some sort of small animal of some description. It can pretty much be anything. Probably not fish. Fish probably wouldn't do it. Just thinking out loud.
Are you peckish, Soka?
No, not peckish. Not what peckish?
Not a bird shop then.
Hungry.
Hungry. Always hungry, but not hungry.
Very well. You are aware, Dave, of a local shop that sells snakes and rodents and things like that.
I'll point Soka in that direction then.
Right. I'll go and buy a rodent of some indeterminate description. We don't want to get into the details because this is getting close to puppies.
Hold on.
What are you gonna do with it?
And then
It
I
is the
will.
cutest rodent. It's a capybara. It's a capybara. I dare you.
Not the capybaras.
I really
Do we?
shouldn't be
Can I?
laughing. That's not okay.
Can I make a culture roll
Obscene.
to see if I know what Scavara do with little rodents?
By all means, try and make a culture roll to know what Scavara might want to do with a little rodent.
I get one success on my culture roll.
Soka, what do you think one success is worth about Scavara culture?
So Scavara don't worship the icons, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. We really want to pick up the religion of our oppressors. No, maybe not. So they worship. Yeah, exactly. They worship a range of predatory animals. At least as far as humans are concerned, that's what they understand about it. It's obviously more complex than that, but that's what humans get. So yes, there are rumors that Scavara do nasty things to animals in rituals for their various gods,
Right? Okay.
or the things they perceive to be gods, anyway.
Excellent. And if you want to know more about
small.
that Scavara culture, Thomas has written up a bit of an extension on Scavara, and we put a link to it in the show notes.
Thank you.
It doesn't go into too much detail about these practices. It does
About the
It does not. No,
with-
it does not. All right, so I buy the
PG-rated. Yeah.
I can imagine he's bought this little animal. This capybara are not small; they're
No,
freaking
they're
huge.
massive.
They're huge. I'm not convinced they're that necessarily that cute either.
A capybara?
Oh, have you
Maybe
not
it's-
seen a capybara?
Oh, this is a capybara puppy, right? This is like
Oh,
a baby
yeah,
capybara.
yes.
Yeah.
There's a capybara.
Yeah.
No, that's
Oh,
not
look at the little one though. That little guy's cute.
That's so cute.
Oh,
Yeah, I
guys,
like
what
All
have
right.
we come to here? What is
Hang on.
this?
Hang on, where's that Scavara gone?
So Sokar comes back with a
He's
cage,
gone to the capybara shop.
a little capybara in a cage, and he's like, I don't think the humans are going to be okay with this. Got a whole plan here. All right. Need pet. Part of disguise. Disguise.
Right.
Puts the cage under his arm and will be seen wandering around with a caged capybara until an appropriate moment presents itself.
Till the
Very well.
moment where you're not seen with one.
Where'd that capybara go? Exactly. Sorry.
He's going to sell it on to someone else.
Whilst
It's
he's doing
going to
that,
go
I'm gonna-
to a capybara farm upstate is where it's going.
Yeah.
Whilst he's doing that, I'm going to go and have a little pray at the icon shrine here at the crossroads, and I'm going to pray to the gambler.
Okay, by all means. So, so there's a chapel up the road. Did you say?
Well, there's a shrine here. At the
Oh, there's a
crossroads.
shrine. Yes, of course. 'Cause that's
why-
the whole point of what the Crossroads
Exactly,
colleges do. Yeah.
So I'm praying to the gambler at the
Excellent.
shrine.
Okay. Does anybody else want to make any prayer?
Yes, I think so.
Just thinking about it. Looking
Well, I
at-
was about to, but then social mores.
Well, mate, you're a Scavara. You can, just dip down into the drains, can't you, and do your worship.
comes back
Worship
5 minutes
the,
later.
the capybara god.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kneel in front of the messenger icon, but not actually pray. Just kind of out the words or whatever.
Pretending. Okay.
Yeah.
Havima would do something similar. So there might be a twist in some of it. If anyone's paying any attention, there'll be a twist. And whilst praying to the messenger, also kind of slipping in mentions of the machine icon.
Right then, I would like the Prophet of Abraham and Tony and Dave to make separate observation rolls to see if you heard that.
Two successes.
I got 7. I got 1 success.
I get no successes. I'm not pushing it.
Very well. Do you react in any sort of way, Prophet of Abraham?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Well, I guess I'll make eye contact, and just keep praying, but not say anything to anybody else.
Okay. Ocean, you heard Havima praying in a very similar way to your old and now, I'm afraid,
Deceased.
dead friend, Faiz, who died saving your life in the icy depths of the moon. Just, out of curiosity, you don't think it's particularly strange, but you weren't aware that Havima prayed like that before?
No, and I don't think I actually take that much interest in what Faiz had done, actually.
No.
And never to the point of getting him to explain or asking him about it. So I think I kind of note it, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't worry me or get me excited. I think there's just a bit that says, "Oh, I'll have to ask him about that when we get a chance," and then I carry on praying.
Right. Are we all ready to go?
Yes,
I was
no.
praying to the merchant, by the way.
Excellent.
And Sokar will, realizing there's no way he's going to be able to get away with what he was going to do, he'll make a prayer to one of the totems who happens to represent as the Faceless, which is the Wounder. Yeah.
Excellent.
So he basically slashes his arm with one of his knives a few times.
And then he's going to carry the capybara in the cage around.
He is. At some point in this adventure, that capybara is going to save our lives. Mark my words.
That capybara is now called Hammy.
Hammy.
Hammy
The
the capybara. Yeah.
Fair
It's
enough.
been named now.
Yeah, you can't slaughter him now, Soka.
No, he's
He's
got a name.
name.
He's got a name. I
He
get
is
it.
a pet now.
He's a pet.
So after we're done praying, it was Havima that I saw doing the prayer, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of gonna watch him and like kind of look how he's dressed and how he carries himself, and looking around the the bazaar as we're walking through, if I can find something that's somewhat similar, and looking underneath, do his fingernails have dirt underneath them? What kind of shoes does he have on? And just try to replicate that, as I walk through the stalls,
Havima, it may be easier here if you explain to this is not Havima. John, has Havima's habits and particularly modes of dress and presentation changed since we last met you?
Not overly. He's still somewhat classy, like the really nice, finely embroidered black jalaba or whatever it's called. He's got a kind of like Oded Fair looking beard and curly black hair. So he's not dressed as a particularly modest or religious person. He is a courtesan, but he just seems to have had something of a spiritual awakening since we last saw him. So he's spent some time learning about some stuff. So the Ossian and Yakub never saw him pray before, so this is probably like the first time. So he's picked up a couple of things, but he's not a particularly religious man.
Very good. So some of the things you might also notice, Will, Prophet of Abraham, I seem to remember Havima had a finely waxed moustache.
Yes.
Waxed in point. So that was a thing that you might believe is particularly appropriate to worshippers of the machine icon. And maybe this black jalaba, that might be a thing that you might want to affect that sort of wear if you want to appeal to machine god, machine icon worshippers.
Okay. If I'm able to find anything in the stalls that that can approximate that look, then I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Okay. Right. I am just going to say, as you walk through, you do see a very similar jalaba to the one that Havima is wearing. And you could probably nip over and buy it and then catch the others up.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
And you also locate, you probably haven't got the time to do this, but you locate as well a barber's where they've got holographs in the window of very similar sort of shave and moustache dressing as well. So you could go back to that. Probably can't do that this time, though.
It would also imply the need for the prophet to already have a beard for it to be trimmed back.
I think you might have a beard. How are you whiskered, Will? I mean, not Will. How is the prophet whiskered?
Yeah, I think he had probably the Moses beard. So pretty easy to reduce down into a nice pointed mustache.
Nice.
A nice Havima Ming outfit. It's interesting. We play a lot of games over the years, and we've had quite a lot of shopping trips on them. I've never had one before where we're going about male facial hair grooming. I don't think.
No.
So it's a first for me. Thanks.
It was a real awakening playing GTA San Andreas, where you could go into a barber and get your hair done and that kind of stuff. It's like, but he didn't have that much hair to begin with. How?
Yeah. That's what extensions are for, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so shopping done, everybody, and worship done. You head towards the Mulakad, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's getting into the fourth watch now. So the lights are going down, simulating evening. And of course, the lights of all the shops and buildings are going up, simulating nightlife. And this, of course, is prime time for the Mulakad. So are you looking for anything in particular in the Mulakad?
I guess we're looking for any gatherings, gatherings of people that we might be related to these mystics and their organisation.
So we know that Havima is a mystic, at least Yakub and Oshian do, don't we? So I'm going to quietly say to Havima as we're walking up there, do you get any kind of, like sense when you're around another person like you? Can you spot and say, yes, that bunch over there, they're mystics, or does it not work like that?
I mean, I wish it did. I think that's up to the GM.
I'm sorry, I'm just typing a message to one of our listeners. What were you suggesting? Is there a secret mystic handshake?
Secret mystic handshake or a sixth sense? Like I don't have telepathy, but
No, I think there may be some mystics whose mystic power is to detect other mystics, but that's not what you have.
I just need to be subtle and make myself known somehow without making myself known.
Are there a lot of beggars around? Where's the raggedy looking folks?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I know that they've been appearing, as in they're noticeable. What's noticeable about them? Like if they're starting to be known, there must be something that separates them from the crowd. What is it?
Okay, now I am going to tell you a thing which the others are not aware of, but particularly to you, Skavara, since Owl came up to the upper levels, there has been a certain resonance or around the time that Owl came up to the upper levels, there's been a certain resonance within the structure of Coriolis itself, which the unscented ones, the humans, can't really hear. But I think part of you're mostly about scent, but you've also got a different hearing range. There's a certain thing that humans would call a melody, sort of running, vibrating through Coriolis itself pretty much all the time. And I think you may notice that some of the, what are called the children of the song, kind of hum along to this melody.
Yep.
So you probably don't notice everybody that is child of the song, but you can definitely, walking down the street, maybe identify a few of them because of their behaviors.
Singers.
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 Yeah, I think we know what a singer is. Thanks, Soka.
Is this? I was trying not to pay attention because you said not to. So
well done.
Except of all of us, Havima's one who would probably notice.
I'm not sure that
Considering.
Havima's probably noticed that resonance herself. He's not been long aboard the aboard Coriolis. This is one of his first visits. There may be when Soka points out maybe somebody humming along to the tune, that tune will be weirdly familiar to you, Havima.
Okay. We're getting
So-
into that Doctor Who bit with the master and the tapping.
Yes, but that's more about rhythm. This is more about
A
song,
melody, yeah.
a melody. Yeah.
Okay,
Who
so
looks the most like straight-laced and conservative of the group as far as who would that be?
The most straight-laced of the existing group.
Yeah, just the people here right now, like in the party.
Well, I don't know. Ocean's probably the most racist,
Okay.
which I think
Racist.
makes him quite a reactionary.
Ocean's probably the most.
So-
That's an outrageous comment.
So
Hold
if
on,
we-
that was your problem. Is you were prejudiced against First Come when you first started this thing?
I was, but not for long. And we changed
Yeah.
it because I didn't like
After
it.
you started a fight
So-
outside the sanatorium.
Well, that worked quite well. That was quite a good little role-playing moment.
Yes, it did. It did. So that's what I'm saying. You're the
Okay.
most reactionary, therefore straight-laced.
okay.
If
So
Will were looking for an American who's conservative, he'd probably head towards you.
So all right, he's got the red hat. Okay, so if we've identified some of these people that are singing, then I suggest maybe we fabricate an altercation. Like defends like. So maybe Ashen can. I don't know. Do you have like a drink or just something? You know what I mean? Like just throw your trash at Havima and fucking Mystic. That kind of deal. Knock him over onto the ground. Near one of these humming people. See if you can elicit a.
Cool.
I
Okay,
think he's chosen
so-
the right person here, Dave. I mean,
so Sokar will
you are
move-
the person to suddenly go into a rage and
That's
hold
true.
people up
But-
against the wall.
but Prof, I mean, good, nice idea. Good that you're being, imaginative, thinking out of the box here. You've only known me like 3 hours, and now you're like saying I'm the kind. I'm not going to be punching Havima or pushing him out. Why don't we just go and talk to them?
That's an approach.
It's not a bad idea, but Havima, do you want me to punch you?
Not particularly, no.
So, can I try and manipulate roll to basically instigate you into punching me then, and just kind of give you shit? You know what I'm saying? Is that doable?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess
okay.
so. I'm going to allow that.
Okay, I'm just going to check the rule for manipulation.
'Cause I don't know. You're gonna have to help me as we go here.
Yeah, it's all right.
And okay, that's none. Pushes work the same as just a
So
darkness
for
point.
a push, you give me a darkness point and you pray to who did you pray to before?
The messenger.
And it's the merchant for manipulation.
Okay.
So you don't get any extra. You pray to the merchant because you'd prayed to the messenger beforehand. If you were doing a skill that the messenger looks after, you'd get 2 extra dice. But the
Will,
merchant-
Okay.
if you have the
Just
messenger's talent, you can use that, which is no manipulation test.
Oh,
Okay.
and he
For a
does have the
darkness point.
messenger's talent.
Yeah. So, okay. So that would just be like an automatic success, or would it be an extra skill die?
Well,
automatic
given
success.
this is contested, I would say it's an automatic success, but I'd still get you to roll the dice against Dave's.
Okay.
So you start with 1 success.
Yes.
Okay. And then you,
So
you keep
you
the
got
same
one-
amount of dice as the first roll.
Yes, if you want to pray.
Okay. Yeah, that's none. So just
Right,
the
so
one. I
just 1 dice to one success to beat Dave.
Okay. Oh, and that's my manipulation, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
You've already given him 2 darkness points for this, Will.
Yeah.
So I'm tempted not to push because I got no successes there.
Okay.
Well, let me point out this blooming prophet has muscled in on your mission. He's not Havima, who you know. He's come on. You're not entirely sure of what his motives are. You remember that Fader kind of thought he was with you, so it's not like she's invited him aboard either. He seems to have inveigled his way into the group. You might want to tell him at least to fuck off. Forgive me, listeners, for my indelicate language.
That's your one F-bomb, according to the ratings.
Yeah, I mean, this just doesn't feel right because I wouldn't if I've got the agency of my character, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you're good, man. I don't like mind control in RPGs either.
And but I get that we followed the rules. So strictly by the rules, I either do what you want me to, I do what you want me to, but I can give a condition upon doing that you've got to follow. Otherwise, I don't have to do it, or I have to physically assault you.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what he was aiming for. But I'm going to let you have all of those options available.
I've been very stressed lately. I've had all these streams, all this stuff, and I'm going to war dance him.
Oh!
I've basically flipped now, and I kind of this conditioning has taken over me, and this has just gone from 0 to 100 like that.
I'm gonna hold that thought because this would be a perfect cliffhanger as you go from 0 to 100, as your skin turns green and your clothes split down the seams.
What?
No,
not
it
quite.
isn't that bad.
No, not really.
We are going to cut away until next week, and we will resolve this action next Monday at the same time, 8:30 GMT. But for now, if you'll say goodbye to our viewers, goodbye to our
everybody.
viewers.
Thank you for watching.